Someone please turn the rain off. I feel like that's the appropriate sign. I haven't seen anybody laugh at it yet, though. Might not be as funny as I think it is. It is, it's a crappy day. You can see all the raindrops and coming off that. The weather app is showing it's 50 degrees. I need a thermometer. I need to get a thermometer. Maybe I'll make like an Amazon wish list or something like that. Actually, I think I have one, and I'll update all of the descriptions with the wish list. But something like a thermometer, maybe something I could just put out here. I like the electronic ones. Those are cool, but they're expensive, and you have to charge them. It's a whole thing. But I know some of them have different temperature probes. So, but what about just an old school, like just a, one of the round clock-looking ones? I think that'd be kind of cool too. Like a humidity meter. There's a term for it. Words are hard. So, anyways, I like to go to those. I'm going to give my bike a wash here. I suppose I could just leave it out in the rain, but there's a lot of. It's only wet because I just got done writing it. Yeah, there's a lot of like soot. So you can see here's some of the gray stuff right there. Oh, it shows up, and I think that's soot. So actually, after wiping down my chain, scrubbing it, and then giving it some chain grease, chain oil, it seems to be a lot better. There are spots that are still a little rusty, but as you'd expect. My search for the perfect e-bike is continuing. I've not yet received a controller, but once we get the new controller, we'll be selling the Hovsco. And again, I'm really sad about that. I know this doesn't matter to you guys, but I really liked that bike. And I am somebody who, I love cargo bikes. I love all e-bikes, really. Hell, I love the tandem bikes where you ride two up or whatever. But I have a lot of hopes for that dang bike. So I like to go off-road, and I like to, and it was lighter weight. It would have fit the bill, but it's not waterproof. So I suppose there's probably a way around anything, and I could cover the display. It could be an option, but we're going to go ahead and sell that. I think somebody can enjoy it, right? There's a lot of just fair weather riders, but I will let them know what they need to do. I called Electric because I sent them an email a while back, and I wanted to know, like, hey, do you guys want to basically like send a review bike? I thought that would be kind of cool. And they got a lot of options, maybe there's one that would fit the bill. Maybe they would know what's best, right? And oh god, they're so nice. They're so freaking nice. So we'll see if they get back. I called them and said, hey, I sent an email. And she's like, oh yeah, let me just kind of follow up, because sometimes emails get lost. It happens. That'd be cool. I like Electric, especially because they have presence here in the US. Like, they have an actual store, like their headquarters and all that. But I figured, hey, we're going down to Vegas. Like, why not like stop in or whatever? I thought that would be kind of neat, especially under the awning here. It's so nice out here, I don't know. It's weird. I have such mixed feelings about the RV park so far. You guys know this, but it is a great thing to have such a good view, But speaking of trips and moving and such, so our current parking spot at public storage is $394 a month, something like that. That's like $390 a month. I don't know. For a parking spot, it's kind of nuts. But whatever. It's their space, and there's a customer for everything, right? But then they said, hey, in another month, we're going to jack the rates up to $511 a month. $511 to park our bus, a vehicle of any sort. $511. I don't know. That's kind of crazy. So we're not like in a super. I don't know. It's not like a high demand area, right? Like, there's still spaces open, so it doesn't matter. We have found a much better place. I think it's technically still the municipal city, but it's like right on the county line. And we get half off the first month's rent, and I think the rent goes down to like, I don't know, $348 a month or something like that, which is still a little high, but half off the first 2 months, that's pretty good. And if everything goes well, we'll have a new place to park the bus out of Washington. Very soon. We'll pull Emma's bike off, though, stick it in the truck, and then we need to jump start the bus, I think, because those batteries they're on the tender, but I think something's not working right. I think there has to be a load on, if I'm not mistaken, on the batteries in order for them to work, but one of the batteries is pretty much shot, so they're not. I don't know. It's a thing. But yeah, we'll figure that out. The solar, each solar panel still working perfectly fine from what I can see, which is awesome. So it's just the batteries, and I can't wait to dig back in there. And I've been thinking a lot more, really giving it a lot of thought as to like how we're going to redo the bus. I keep talking about this. One thing that I think that I will consider heavier is actually not building with 2x4s. For things that don't need to be supported like from weight on the top. So like walls don't really need to be very much supported as much. So we might not actually build with 2x4s. If it's going to have a load on it, obviously there's that, but I think we're going to do something different in the future. So stay tuned for that. Yeah. Oh, also, I gotta say, so I know a lot of you guys don't really care about the camera as much, and I get it. You just want to know the story, but tech and gear is kind of my thing, right? This is what I do. This is what I've spent years and years and years of my life invested in is tech. You know, that's... Anyways, I will say this. I'm still sad about my GoPro. Still a little frustrated about the Insta360 because I made the whole... it was so promising. But the fact that it kind of pooped the bed a few times. Can't have that. Not going from one camera that does it to another one. And the oh my... I don't think I mentioned this. The footage... 1.5 gigabytes per minute for the 8K 30 shooting. So for you camera dorks out there, just like me, you know that's a lot. That is a lot. And it's a 360 footage, right? 2 4K streams. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot. But holy hell, I didn't expect it to be that much. And the DJI didn't blow me away at first until I went into, because it's a normal. There's like normal 10-bit or whatever. There's a lot of processing still. Didn't blow me away enough. And had I seen how good the footage could be, as you're seeing here, I would have absolutely picked this first. There's a lot to love, but it turns out if you shoot in 10-bit D-Log-M log footage, which basically means that the image is like flat as can be, that way you can add all the processing on your own, and basically it gives you more colors, and like the bright parts can be brighter, but you can still pull them down. The dark parts can be, you can bring those back. It's kind of a cool thing. So it shoots amazing once you turn off the sharpening, once you put it in D-Log-M. Huge fan. And it's smaller, lighter than the GoPro. It's very, very durable, obviously, just like the GoPro from every... I'm not going to throw this one around, so I watched other people do it. And if you compare it to the little DJI Pocket 3, the one that has a little eyeball camera, it's a gimbal, basically. This one's just easier to use. So it's an action, it's an... Point it, shoot it, you're done, which is awesome. So it takes a lot of thinking, makes it easier to make videos. And I'm kind of rambling a bit here, but I like to talk this stuff. So if it is what it is. This is something that I use every single day. And so I was going to switch to the Sony, but like the fact that I can bring you out here, you know what I mean? I don't worry about things getting wet or whatever. Like that is a huge deal. We live in an amazing time. Now, I made a big to-do, let's say, about the app. It required an app in order to register. It did. You get 5 uses, which pisses me off. This shouldn't be how it is. You get 5 uses before you have to use the app, or you have to return the camera. Don't like that, and it wouldn't work on my Android device. But using Emma's iPad, I was able to use the app on there, register it, update it, which is a good thing to update these. That's not where my qualm is, though. The GoPro can be updated through the SD card. And then I just deleted the app, and you don't need it again. I believe until you reset the camera, then you need the app again. So, but I don't really reset cameras too frequently. It's not something, it's not like a phone. Like every now and then they get slow, you reset them, off you go. So I don't love that. I wish they would fix that, and they might in the future. Who knows? But So, anyways, let me get this guy washed up. The sun's trying to peek out. You can tell every now and then. And I don't know if I mentioned this. I got all these. They're out here specifically so that I can test them out before I put them on there. And I'm so glad that I did, because this guy. This guy's good. These 2 ones, and you can actually see it in there. See the condensation in there? Yeah, they're not waterproof. None of the other ones. Yeah, I'm not seeing it in that one either. I checked all of these earlier. Yeah, none of these are doing that. Oddly, this one wasn't. Yeah, this one's... Oh, it is down there. Yeah. So those are waterlogged. So 4 out of 6. That's not a good track record. I could return them on Amazon, but I left them a review. Whatever. I mean, for the price of them, like, you can't. It's not worth it. Maybe we'll go for a little walk later. Oh, I see a. Almost looks like an old bounder down there. You guys know I love old RVs. You know, it's so weird. Old as in like 80s, 90s. I don't know. A lot of them, I thought they were so ugly for so long, and suddenly I'm like, yeah, I like that. There's something about it. It's atypical. Let's say it's unique. Things just don't seem as much anymore, so they're more novel. Maybe that's it. I don't know. Yeah, let me wash this. Look at this bike washed. It's kind of grody. Yeah, and I gotta say, everything about this little, you know, if you have a GoPro, don't go and just like swap it if it works for you. You know, don't go buy crap that you don't need. But everything about this DJI is better. And so I didn't believe the hype. And obviously we're not sponsored. We're not a big channel, which is totally fine. But yeah, everything about it is better. It's faster. The image quality is just that much better. Also, apparently GoPro released like a white version of the Hero Black. So it's called the GoPro Hero 13 Black Polar White. It's exactly the same, just a different color. I thought that was kind of funny. Ew, this is pretty grody. The other thing is, we have an oil change that's coming up due. My mom's car has passed an oil change, so we got to do. And I like to do those for her. Saves her a good amount of money. And our truck needs a fuel filter change, which this is the first time I was ever notified about a fuel filter. You know, on the bus we did that. It's not a difficult process by any means. It's just a little bit messy. Now we can wash stuff here at the park, but we're not allowed to do any maintenance, you know, whatsoever. No maintenance at all. Which is, you know, it's not the end of the world. But it is one of those things, and I get why they do it. You know, it's a sort of an image thing. I get that. But it is kind of a bummer, you know. You're paying all this money and you can't even do a basic oil change. I don't know. But I get it though, because like, where's the line? You know, you don't want people doing engine swaps and stuff. You know, at your park, and then I don't know. I get it. I'm sure somebody has ruined that for us, but it would be nice to do. If you're wondering what I'm washing with, it's just Dawn. I also use this on everything, including RVs, especially RVs, because they get the road grime and whatever. And I learned it from I think he'd been there for like 35 or more years at Airstream. And I said, what do you guys wash these with? How do you keep them so shiny? And he goes, dude, honestly, we just use Dawn dish soap because it's a good degreaser. It's a good, and it's like not abrasive. And all right, yeah, it's just hard to believe, man. You waterlog your bike just washing it. Yeah, not a problem here. Yeah, and I don't know. We're looking at, there's the X-Peak. But one thing I love is like this bike. I was riding it, I think I did 44 miles on these batteries the other day, riding around enjoying the sun, of which I actually went to go make a video, and that's when the 360 camera pooped the bed, and it was just like, okay, yeah, we're done. 1 strike, you're out. Well, 2 strikes, but it was so bad that I lost so much context in the video, I couldn't even post it. It was like that, so whatever. But yeah, but I love the removable batteries, and this thing has such range. I mean, 44 miles on an e-bike. My butt was hurting, you know, a little bit. I need to get a fat seat, you know, and nothing wrong with that. You need a big seat? I'm with you. But having the big batteries and swappable batteries, even if it only takes one, but you could bring a second one with you, that, believe it or not, is kind of important to me, you know. It might seem silly to folks, but you know, you don't want to get stuck in, in the next county, which is, you know, how we use these bikes. I ride everywhere. You don't want to get stuck in the next county and you're open at that, you know. But yeah, the X-Peak would be good, I think. Though I thought I saw that has an integrator. I don't know. We'll see. we'll see. And I told you this already. There's a couple companies that were like, hey, do you want to try out our bikes? Like, do you want to review them? And I'm like, sure, yeah. I looked through them and I said, hey, we're willing to review this specific bike. And it's possible that, you know, because of the weight restrictions and such, and range, but it's possible they don't want me to review any of their bikes. They just want me to review a specific bike. It's your prerogative, I guess. There's a lot of nooks and crannies on this bike. Jeez. I've not really paid much attention, I guess. This is the first time though I've given this bike a good wash, and I like it. It's an off gray, the Expedition, off gray. I am sad, and we're gonna have to figure out what we're doing. You know, once we leave the park. So we've got almost exactly one more month here. Can't believe March is almost over too. Where's the time going? Oh, that's all right. At least we're going into warm weather. Yeah, got one more month here. If you're curious if anything else weird has happened, no, all the weird stuff kind of got front loaded, it looks like. And we've had nothing weird occur again. This morning though, about 9:10, I saw someone on the camera on the driver's side of our rig, so away from our door, which I thought was weird. I was like, are they stealing our hose or something? Or plug it in, or what the hell's going on? But they were actually removing the heater. There's the heater. It was the parks staff themselves removing the heater, which I thought was interesting. I was like, not expecting that. I was about to be like, that's it, I'm done. That would have been awkward. A couple folks that were a little snooty. It looked like a face of judgment. You know, hands on the hips, shaking a head kind of thing. When we had our solar panels out, sure are going to hate when we set up our, you know, solar panels on the back of the truck. Yeah, we need to knock that out. We need to go to the eye doctor this weekend, and I'm just giving you guys our whole itinerary. Going to the eye doctor this weekend, and I haven't gotten any glasses in a while. I still can't believe I lost these glasses for a while, and they were like lost in between the gap in the around the bed. And we looked and looked and looked, and all of a sudden they just appeared there again, which is weird. So, I don't want to blame Emma, but yeah, you can see all these marks here. They are not coming off because I guess they are not coming off. Oh, I guess some of them are. I think that's just where they kind of bumped into each other. I think with a couple stickers though, this guy wouldn't look that bad, or just a repaint. Definitely with a repaint it wouldn't look bad. I think if somebody got a good deal on this bike, they'd be very happy. And that's a shame. I love this bike. I really do. I'm not exaggerating. Like, I really love this bike. It gets a lot of use, and you wouldn't think so for being a cargo bike. You know, trying to get all those nooks and crannies I don't usually get. Yeah, that looks so good. This would look awesome if we washed it before it was beat up. So many nooks and crannies. Just so satisfying getting off the crud here. I need to wash the rig right before we go. Maybe even the day that we leave. I don't know. Because those pine needles get nasty, and they build up in the corner too. I'd love to have a pressure washer, but the electronic ones kind of suck. If they don't actually do much. That's satisfying. I love a clean spot here. Okay, so this is still the V3. We have the V4 still in the box. I'll be swapping those out, but I'm going to get them tilted. So I've been waiting for a nice day. Which you see that? You see it? You see it? The sun's just playing peekaboo. waiting for kind of a nice day. But I need to basically cut a little sliver, and then we're gonna do poor man's fiberglass. I feel like I could probably knock that out soon. So it's actually tomorrow. We have, we're gonna go move the bus. Lenny's going to a new home. I'm sure we have to jump it, but it takes like 45 minutes to jump that damn thing. Big batteries, big batteries. So we'll get Lenny moved, and then eye appointment. I think Emma might have a hair appointment. I don't know if it's this weekend or the next weekend. So some projects get put on hold. Man, see that? See that? Ah, I hate that. Oh, you know what? Let me see if I can rinse it off, actually. Get off there. Ah, it's like birds on the roof. I don't like that either. Get off my roof. See, I'm just sending them back up, though. Damn it. This is not going to plan. Yeah, I need to go to the marine store, though. And West Marine, they've got a good spray that will help get off some of the mildew that's really hard to get. You can get it off with like acetone, but I'm not doing that on the gel coat if I can avoid it. Yeah, it looks a little better. It's embarrassing, man. Brand new rig. I don't look like crap. Also, some of the water actually dried out of there. It doesn't look as bad as it did, and it's still working to my surprise. So yeah, we'll use those that we can. Give my mom a few. We're not letting these things go to waste. I don't like to waste. So anyways, this is a good ramble. I feel like I've spent 2 days. I know a lot of you guys just see like every day I'll post a video, but a lot of times I do like 2 or, I work in batches and then just post them once a day. So it might not seem like there's a gap. There's a gap. So it's weird not talking to you guys. But anyways, no, I want to thank everybody who does watch and likes and comments. If you guys comment, by the way, even if it's just, hey, thanks for the video, or hey, I like that, or hey, you're a stupid idiot, please don't do that. It does actually help because it counts as engagement. So a like and a comment means that people are really engaged with the video. If you just watch it and click out, then it kind of hurts the algorithm. It doesn't help us grow on YouTube, which is the whole goal of YouTube, is to grow. So if you want to help out, that's a really nice thing. If you guys likes and comments and such. But I will say, if people are just negative, or they're saying I'm doing something wrong, or I'm abusing my dogs, which we've heard a few times, which is insane, or you attack Emma, or you just don't like the way that we live, whatever it is, why are you here in the first place? Obviously, that's just not something we're looking for. It's not what we want on our channel. So keep that in mind. But yeah. Anyways, most of you guys, all you guys here right now, you're cool. Just don't be a dick. Oh, and last thing, I love this little trick. So you can see the mount here. So usually we actually slide everything in and out of like a little clip like this, but that can be kind of obnoxious. But this guy, this little DJI Osmo, this is my favorite new feature, I think. It's a little magnetic mount, right? Like that. Push these little clips in. It's just a little magnetic mount. And then I can drop this on the table so I can get even lower, because you can see the height difference here, right? Even the minimum height is something. So I don't know. I think you guys would really appreciate that. Yeah. I'm also using this cage. I don't need to, but I just kind of need a little bumper protection. You guys want to say goodbye? No? All right, buddy. Sam, why are you in his bed? What are you doing in his bed? Whatever. All right. Say goodbye, guys. See you guys later.